if they're bad judges and they're bringing you bad players. I listened to a programme the other day there, and there was a chief executive talking. He was at Southampton back in a few years ago, and he was saying that the manager there was 6 people on the committee, and the manager had 1/6 of a vote. And
on who he brings in.
On who they bring in. And they said, would he have the final say? They said, oh, no. He said, no, of course he didn't. No, he was just one of... So you're relying on 5 people who probably never played football to be the judges of who you bring in. And if their judgment is wrong and they're bringing you players, what you're supposed to... It must be a nightmare to think, I don't... As soon as they walk in the door, you think, I don't fancy him. He's not for me. What you're supposed to do, it's horrendous, isn't it? Whereas, you see someone, you'd think, I like him, I go and you watch someone play, I like him, and then it's down to you, it's your judgment, isn't it?
Yeah, and I suppose, it's your head on the chopping block, isn't it? If you bring in a player that you don't really... And then it's very difficult for them to come out and say it, and I suppose then you just look wrong, kind of blaming other people as if, passing the buck.
When it don't work, who gets the sack? The manager, not the people who bring the players. They're sort of the other 5 of them or whatever it might be, they're still there, and the manager, he cops the blame, doesn't he? The crowd don't shout, sack whoever it is, they shout, sack the manager,
Yeah.
So it's very different now. And I think youth football's changed, Pete, all the way through football clubs. I think one of the worst things that happened was going to academies, because now the kids don't train where the first team train. They train somewhere else in most cases. So they don't see the first team. The first team don't know the kids. The manager don't know the kids. He's not seeing them. They're in another part of wherever they are. And he don't get to see them. Whereas back in the day, you all trained together. When you first went to Tottenham, you probably was all at...
Always around them, yeah.
All around the first team.
You play with them at times.
Of course you did, yeah. And, I was at West Ham, and suddenly we're having a game. I said, OK, Tony Carr said, Tony, send me 3 over, 3 kids. I need a centre-half, midfield player, and a winger, whatever. And he'd send 3 of the kids, and they'd come and train with the first team. And so you knew them kids, you saw them, and those kids, and then you'd all have dinner together. You could sit next to the first team players, and they knew you knew them. So when you did come through and you were ready to play, it wasn't like a big shock. You come from another building into the first team building, and I think that's been a big problem. And managers now, I honestly don't think they go and watch youth teams play, Pete. They're not. I go and watch Bournemouth youth team, and that, the manager, they come there, they know that it's a short term, they're only as good as the first team is the key. If the first team's not, they don't. Whereas back in the day, it was you'd go and watch the youth teams. I used to go every Saturday morning, every Saturday when we played at home, I got a Chapel Leaf, watch the kids play. Leave there 15 minutes in the second half, shoot back to Upton Park for the first team game, but never missed a youth game.